Hey y'all.
Hey guys.
What is up? And welcome back to another episode of the Talk of the Ring show. You have your host,
Sabrina. And you have your host,
Harley. And on today's episode, we have none other than Foxx Vinyer.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up? What's up? What is up?
How are you? I haven't seen you at PPW in a minute.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping to come back, but I don't know when their next show is.
That's true.
Every time I ask, they ghost me.
Yeah, nobody knows, I don't think.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, we don't even know when their next show is. So,
Man, they have it on the schedule for next week, but who knows? But yeah, I haven't been there in a while. You know, lost the tag titles. Took some time away. Hopefully to come back revamped and ready to destroy everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
Or whatever they have me do.
So we usually start the podcast with who or what got you into wrestling?
I'm starting that right now. Got into wrestling because, you know, as everyone else is who's in wrestling, you're a fan of wrestling. And then one day you're just like, maybe this carpet in my backyard could be a ring. And then you just play around the backyard. And then eventually you're like, there's an opportunity to actually go to a school, a ring. Let's try it. And here we are.
Yeah.
I mean, I love how he just said, oh, I look at some grass and I'm like, yeah, that could be a ring one day. And like, that's not something I see, but I love that.
I mean, I used to have the mattress in the basement, wrestling stuffed animals. I had a penguin with a necktie that was, or a bow tie was Vince McPenguin. And I lost to a steel chair once.
That's amazing. So who trained you?
I was trained at the Do or Die Academy by J.P. Black, who was trained by Tony DeVito. So I'm like in the house of DeVito.
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
Is he the only person you ever trained with, or was there like other short times that you've trained with someone else?
I was trained by J.P. Black, but I trained and worked out with Delirious, a bunch of the Ring of Honor guys. Bobby Fish was there in my beginning in like 2006 when I was first training. He was coming up because he was still breaking in. Then like guys like NWA's tag team, The Now. I had the Outcast Killers. And then just everyone throughout the years here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah. So how did you come up with like your wrestling name?
I was 14, and I used to wrestle in my yard as Poison, and I got tired of being Poison, and I was playing WWF's Attitude for PlayStation, and I created a guy called Foxx Vinyer. And then I was like, that's cool. I'm going to be that guy. And then my friend's like, what the hell is Foxx Vinyer? I said, it's me. And then I wrote it on every school book I could because it was going right into my freshman year of high school. And then since then, it's been on everything I could think of.
I love that. I do have a question. What made you want to like paint your face when you come out?
Well, if you go back and watch my like original gimmick, I was just a boring dude. Like no beard, just bald, no tattoos, barely in shape, teaming with my tag partner who at the time was like 360, looked like Umaga. And then like I was he wanted to go and like do single stuff, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I need to do something. And then I was doing like the normal, just a regular brawler type of guy, but like everyone does that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, maybe I'll paint my face a little bit. That'll be cool. And I painted like triangles above my eye and then like triangles on my head, or diamonds, on my head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, this is dumb. And then my cat is messing everything up around here. And then like, what do you want? Come here. I painted, and then I was like, all right, cool. I could paint my face. That's cool. But it really wasn't anything. It was just the diamonds on my shit. And then it was August, and it was hot as, like, probably like 98 degrees outside and heating up. and then even hotter inside the building.
Yeah.
I didn't know to use like acrylic paint. I was just using like grease paint, like regular paint that is dripped off and looked gross. Come here,
Oh my gosh.
pull this up. And so I put it on, and it dripped down. And then it dripped into my beard. And I was like, I'm just going to leave that because that looks cool. And then I was like, well, that's different, whatever. And from there, actually, my tag partner, who's my best friend since I was in 7th grade, he was on the opposite team. We had like a Survivor Series team. And the guy on our team was like cutting a promo, like, I'm going to come out there and beat you down. And so I was just like walking behind him. And I was like, I'm going to beat you down. And I see my friend laugh. And I was like, I'm going to keep making him laugh because he's supposed to be this big monster, 6 foot something heel. But I'm going to keep making him laugh. And then, the match ended. We on the way home. We had 3.5 hour drive home. And he's like, dude, I couldn't stop laughing. You need to do that. You need to just be you. Paint your face, do whatever, think of something, and just whatever. And I was like, And then since then.
That's great.
I love that. I will be honest, you creeped me out when I first came to PPW because of like the face paint. But you grew on me. You definitely grew on me. So.
Well, it depends on how I'm booked, on what look I have. If I'm like booked Healy, I'm gonna be more scarier. But if I'm like just booked like a super baby face, then it's gonna be colorful and silly, dilly, and whatever.
Yeah, definitely. So I think I've seen you for a long time. I think you were in Hazleton when PPW was there, right?
Yeah. Since 2019, I believe.
Yeah. So do you see any difference? Because you wrestled there and then you wrestled in Broadheadsville. Do you see like a difference in like the crowd or talent, anything?
Well, yeah, the talent's changed a lot. Because when I first came in, it was for Impact, and then it was like a 6-man thing with the Punk Rock All Stars, because they're like we had the big thing going on for Impact, and they're like, all right, we like this guy, and then it was like me against them, and what are you doing? And it was like, for everyone who's watching, wondering what I keep looking at.
Oh my gosh, it's a kitty.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
He's jumping on me and knocking everything over. But I was teaming with the Punk Rock All Stars. We sat backstage and we're like, you have dumb hair. I have dumb hair. Your nails are painted. My nails are painted. And I was like, hey, I have pink and green. So they're like, all right, go ahead. So we did it and we looked awesome. And it was like, boom. And PPW were like, hey, if you want to wrestle here for all of our dates, you're welcome. Can you do a trios with these guys and help get them, because we want to get them a big tag team? It's like, hell yeah, whatever you guys need. I want to be here, whatever. And then like 4 months later, I won the No Limits Championship, and then I went on my own. But like the crowd I feel like they're more engaged at Broadheadsville.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's closer. Because like Hazleton was like the gym.
Yeah, like it had all the bleachers, so there was more space for people to spread out.
I would always try to come out and be like, hey guys, like, come on, move in. But people are gonna be like, I'm gonna sit up here in the dark. Maybe Sting will walk by. But like, I like Broadheadsville has it's a, what do you call it? More intimate setting, I guess. Yeah. And the setup is better. The entrance is cooler, and like, well, now they keep advancing there. If they're even still there, I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't think anybody knows. But
last time I was there, they had a cool walkway, and it was pretty cool. Like, I mean, that building's changed so much. So who the hell knows?
Yeah, from the return show to now, it changed. They changed the floor. They changed everything.
Yeah, I see the battlefield, the battlefront, whatever. Yeah. I see how they have it. I'm like, well, there you go.
Yeah, definitely. So if you were to get a call from AEW or WWE, which one would you take to be on like their main roster?
Well, I mean, that depends. I'll go with either one,
Yeah.
But like, it's more of like, AEW, I could go there, and I feel like they would be like, "What do you have?" And I'd be like, "Well, here's my vision of Firework Fox Vineyard in all his glory. What I see as, what I see the spectacle around as."
Yeah.
WWE, I feel like here's my character, here's what I have, here's what I can do, and they're gonna be. I feel like they would be like, "That's awesome, amazing." However, you are now a truck driver, you know.
Yeah,
But I
definitely.
mean, a job is a job, and as long as I can get out there and do things, then I would like to get out and do things. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
when you're training, you're always told, no matter what your character, no matter what you are, well, at least back before, you're just practicing for the show.
Yeah.
So you could be whoever, and then once you go to WWE, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, your whole career as this guy, you are now Vinyer Fox,
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So
But
like
either cool.
it's so hard to tell like if Sabrina's because usually because she's in her car, I think. So it's so hard to say like if she's about to start talking. So I'm like,
So I was starting to talk a while, and then I realized I'm not on camera because one, I worked till 7 a.m. this morning. It's like I am not ready whatsoever for the camera ready. But I will say, like, I think coming out as yourself is like the best that you could be, because there's a lot of wrestlers that I know that especially are a different person in the ring than they are like outside the ring. And it's like, just be yourself. Just be like if you're a jerk outside the ring, be a jerk inside the ring, But who has the No Limits Championship now?
I don't know. You got me.
Is that Adrian?
I think so.
Or is it Tim Theory?
I think I don't know. I think it's probably Tim Theory.
All I know is that every championship that I held, which is the television, the No Limits, and the tag, everyone has gotten a better looking belt than I have.
Exactly.
See, that's just not fair.
It's not.
And the only one that's waiting for that heavyweight opportunity, and then I'll be a Grand Slammer over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Book it, Dano.
Yeah, right.
Book it, Dano.
Exactly. So on the topic of like your character, I've seen you as both heel and face, but is there one that you prefer over the other?
I like to be the babyface more because that's more me, like just out there having fun, bullshitting with the crowd. Like, I mean, you're in there all the time. You're like one of the most ones I do it to, and it's like that's more fun for me because then it helps my performance as what you paid for.
Yeah, definitely.
Like as a heel, everyone is, especially in indie wrestling now, everyone is the tattooed beard, camouflage shorts. I'm saying what I wore last week. And like, there's, to me as a heel, I feel like I'm boring because no one has given me direction to be like, here's what I want you as a heel. Here's what I want you to do. Here's how we want you to be. It's more like, you're wind dirty, But there was a time where I was doing heel stuff, and it was when I was doing the Fight Them All, where I took all the colors out of my stuff, painted my face like black with white, put like black shorts on. I used to like whatever, and then for the finisher, I put my hoodie up, and that was it. And it was a different vibe. I had just all the color was gone. It was just black and white, and to me, it was cool. I had it. It was Fight Them All, but then like some places I called it like Nega Fox.
Yeah.
So I was like the negative version of me. And like that was cool. That was fun because it was like really aggressive, and I could get into that because I had a direction. But a lot of places are like, hey, just be a heel, go out there and go out there and do whatever. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Just But as a baby, I can be like, okay, what did I do today? Oh, I went to the gym and I was in the mirror doing this. Like, babyface is just me with more paint on.
No, yeah, definitely.
Depending on what time of day.
I think he's the first one that has ever said like being a heel was like boring for his character. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are like, no, we love coming out as a heel because we can just be like, who cares about you kind of thing.
No, because it's easy. Being a heel is easy because you can go, hey, shut up. Hey, shut up. You're garbage. Like where's for me anyway, I'm not speaking for anybody else, but like to me as a heel, I would want to, well, one, when they want you to be a heel, they don't give you like mic time to do stuff, you know? Am I boring you?
No, I'm.
Don't, they don't give you like mic time, you know? Like, you just go out there. If I was to get on the mic and be like, you know, blah, 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 blah. Oh, my opponent, you guys, like, oh, you love her so much. You're like, say you're holding a sign. I read the sign. Oh, what now? People see that. Oh, this guy's an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than just going out and being like, stomp, 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 stomp. Hey, kiss my. You know, it's boring to me.
Yeah.
Like, what do you prefer? You said you see me as both.
Oh, well, like, okay, so we say it all the time. In me and Sabrina's friendship, I'm like the baby face while she's the heel. So she roots more for the heels while I'm more of the baby face. And as for you, I think
you root me as both. What a B.
I don't know. I think I like your
I pick
more as
heel.
I feel.
Is it heel?
Yeah, just because it like fits like your look and your personality in the ring wise.
You just look like a badass. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah,
You always look like a badass.
That's hurtful.
Not
I'm
trying to be.
The 15-minute explanation of why I don't like being a heel. You guys, you know what? You look badass being a heel. Screw you guys.
No, there's like some wrestlers that came on, like Tom Mitchell, that we said we could not see Tom Mitchell being a heel whatsoever just because he's so smiley all the time. So like we kind of base it on that as well. So like, I mean, hey.
No. See, Tom Mitchell would be a great heel because he's an in shape, handsome man who can be like, hey, I don't get him out of my face. Get him out of my face. He could wear a polo shirt or like dress like Fred and Scooby Doo, and people are like, this guy's an ass. I can't stand looking at him. You know,
yeah,
because he's so whatever. Good for him.
No, yeah, I get it. So my dad, he's in the chat. He's saying, "Hey, ladies," and then he started chanting your name. He said, "Stop hiding your face, Sabrina."
Sabrina is in her car waiting for an oil change to be done.
Wait, you're in your car? Wait, they're changing the oil while you're still in the car?
Because it's like you can drive in and they do it while you're sitting in your car.
Ooh, where's that?
Valvoline, it's called. It's near my house.
I never had Valvoline say, "Hey, wait in the car, man." No, I went and got my oil changed last week, and I ended up not realizing it was freezing out, and I walked to a Target, which was probably a 10-minute walk, and that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I think they started it during COVID for sure, but I mean, I just sit here and they're like, "Hey, this is what's wrong with your car," and I'm sitting here going, "Well, then fix it." I don't.
But really, what the mechanics and stuff are seeing when they go, "Hey, go check on that car," and she's in like,
I know, right?
Leave her alone. Leave her alone. She's having a panic attack. She's doing something.
Yeah, she's doing her own thing.
I have dementia. It's fine.
She's talking around.
So my dad says that you look like a mix of Macho Man. He digs it.
No, I don't.
I think you look like Braun Strowman. A less shorter version, though.
Oh, damn.
Everyone says Macho Man. I get it because I wear, like, my glasses have the blang.
Yeah.
But it's funny because Macho Man never had a big beard.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I get it. Man. Macho Man looks like me. It's cool.
Yeah, Macho Man looks like you. You don't look like him.
Although a lot of my best friend does tell me, he's like, "Hey, man, like, take Macho King and just do that persona. He was super flamboyant, but he was still blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, I kind of, but I'm still doing me. But it's kind of like a small influence on stuff, but mostly like that guy and that guy and that guy.
Now, Harley, if you could see him go against anybody, who would it be?
Oh, I kind of want to see you go against Trey from Primetime Heat. I think that would be a good match. So
don't know who that is. So
I mean, I would too. Like I wasn't even thinking that way. I was thinking like
sign people.
No, I was thinking about like honestly, I know he's in AEW right now, but I think actually Andretti, I think that'd be a good match.
I think I could have a good match with anybody.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
my thing in wrestling is that I want to wrestle. Like, I always want to be the worst person on the roster because I know that I am very good. So if
Yeah,
I'm the worst, that means I can only get better by wrestling everyone else. Like, I don't want to be on shows. I mean, I don't mind it, but I mean, like, my goal is not to go wrestle this person over here who's wrestled 2 years and has 3 matches.
yeah,
Like, it's fun, like, it's fine, like, I'll help people out, hey, help them get some experience. Cool.
yeah,
But I want to wrestle guys that have been like everywhere, who could teach me something where I could learn and get better. And that's more fun for me. Not, I mean, it's
yeah.
not more fun, but
Oh my gosh. No, my cat's here. He wants to talk. Say hi.
no, well, buddy,
I have two, and now they're gonna fight.
I have dogs, guys. Sorry, I'm out of that loop.
delete.
Yeah,
I know,
go.
right? Story of my life.
No, but as for like kind of like big timers, I think I'd like to see like not he's not that big, but like Mike Orlando. I think you guys would work good together as well.
You
Agree.
do know that me and Mike have had many matches together.
Yeah. I think but a new like cuz you both like you're different now. You guys
Right.
learn you've been through more matches, you both got more talent now, so I think being in a match like that would be great.
I was thinking that PPW was going to put me against him one of the shows.
Yeah.
But he must have had it in his contract to wrestle all the names, right? Mr. Orlando, bring it on. PPW, book it. No, I love Mike. He's one of my only actual real people I consider a friend in the scene because everyone lies to you and all that stuff. But
That's
like we had kind of like the similar like thing. He was actually in one of my matches. It was at this place in Jersey where the baby faces did not meet the heel. So when you show up, everyone had their own locker room. And you didn't even know who your opponent was until the match. Like my tag team, we come out, and then there's one dude, and then there's Mike Orlando. And it's like, all right, here you go. And it was like, he was like, that's when I found out he was like 22. I'm like, what? But that was like a long time ago.
wow. That's the first time I ever heard like two different locker rooms for heels.
Right?
Yeah, it was. I think it was old time wrestling or something like that in Jersey, where it was a cool concept because that was only my. I started in 09. It was probably 2011. So like I was fresh still. I don't even think I had like custom gear yet. Maybe I just did, but like it was. Yeah, they're like, hey, no, this way and you this way. I go, who we wrestling? You'll find out when you go out there. Oh, it was literally a tie up. Like, come on. Hey man, how you doing? How's the drive? Cool.
I love that. It's different.
It was yeah, because it's a cool. You can sit in the back and you write your you go down like, hey, this. What do we do this? But it's cool sometimes to just be like, hey man, you know what I do, I know what you do. Let's call it out there, or let's just freestyle it and see what happens. Sometimes it works, other times it's but it depends on how good you are. Depends on if you can just improv. Like wrestling's a lot of improv. Like you can call whatever in the back and be like, yeah, I have this entire match. But you go out there and if I'm focused on you and I'm like, all right, she's gonna cheer me, and you're like, boo, everything you do, everything you said, I hate. And you're like, huh, well, if you're my target audience, the audience is with you kind of deal. Now we gotta change everything. Like, yeah, back a quick story was I was in Maine, and it was me, my tag partner, our two friends that we went up with, and the brothers that we went up with. They wrestled each other, and they had like an awesome like Ring of Honor style match, like front flips, back flips, all this crazy shit that we're like, whoa, we can't follow that. And it was crooked, silent. Me and my tag partner come out. We wrestled the champions. I think we were the champions at the time, and it was literally, ooh, what? And crowds going nuts over just punch. Like it was just a different vibe.
Yeah.
Different crowd, different, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you got to know how to do both or all.
Oh, for sure. Like I think that definitely me and Harley being a part of UCW, we saw that difference of like the crowd and like how people would react. So it's interesting to see like the matches you're like, oh, the crowd's gonna go wild. The crowd's like not really into it. But yeah, no, it's a good experience. It's definitely,
Because
you gotta feel out the crowd.
yeah, like a lot of people, they try to wrestle for themselves or the boys in the back.
Yeah.
Like, it depends on where you are. Like in the country, the crowds are different. Like
Yeah.
in here, New York, Pennsylvania, Jersey, you can do all that yada 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 yada. You go
Yeah.
to Maine or you go to, I wrestled in Tennessee, and it was very low key doing stuff. Like I did like two cool things. They were still into it, but like it was a different what they're into, you know?
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's like different flavors of ice cream. It's all ice cream, but
No, yeah, I definitely get it. I think that's like what me and Sabrina say all the time. We prefer like the indie shows over like the big shows because the indies like actually get involved with the fans and
right.
they depend on the fan. But as for like WWE, they don't really care. They're still gonna put on a show no matter who's there.
Well, one thing I learned about like WWE stuff is that WWE is a television show
Yeah.
with a little bit of wrestling in it. Everything else that we do is wrestling that we hope sometimes on TV.
Yeah.
So when you watch it and you're like, oh, I'm just watching this television show. Oh, they have some wrestling on it too. Then you're gonna see, and you'll be like, oh, cool, because it is they go by script. Like, hey, you don't want to deviate from. They'll be like going to watch a movie, and then in the middle of the movie, like Ant-Man's like, hey, shut up, by the way, and you're like, what the hell? Why are they interacting with me? I'm watching this movie that. So like they don't, but everywhere else it's kind of like an open. It's like a play, an interactive play. Sometimes WWE they mess with the crowd, dude. But what you're saying, like they won't go up to you and be like, you're not going to dictate the match, like how independent sometimes it will dictate the match of, hey, let's switch it up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I've definitely had the opportunity. Well, not. I boosted one of the ring once, and apparently like Harley was like, "You made fun of his weight," and then the next month he came back like freaking 20 pounds lighter, and I felt so bad. But he's like, "No," he's like, "It wasn't you." He's like, "I was on medication," but in my head I'm thinking, "Oh my god, I was so mean to him," and now like he's so self-conscious.
Yeah, Sabrina body shames wrestlers.
No, I do not. He just took his shirt off right in front of me. What am I gonna do? Say, "Oh, yeah, take it off"? No, I'm gonna say, "Put it back on."
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. You guys are what? You were born like a week ago, so you're pretty young.
I'm 26. She's 16.
Okay, so you're kind of a little bit older, and you still have a diaper, but
maybe
back in the day, like, from more. My generation is I'm 10 years older than you. So we're 10, 10, 10, right around the clock here. I was grown up on insults like that. Like, oh man, no, like whatever. But maybe you motivated that person to get in shape.
Yeah. Maybe.
Let me think about it that way.
Yeah, let's put it that way instead.
I mean, you'd motivate me to be like, all right, she's right, and then I go eat a pizza.
Granted, yeah, touche.
So, do you have like a dream match? Like, it could be against anyone, living or dead, and like venue. It could be anywhere.
I mean, like venues to me aren't like a big thing. Like what I want to do, but AEW didn't use me in the match. Back in September, they were in my hometown in Albany. Now it's called the MVP Arena, where it used to be the Pepsi Arena or Times Union Center, then the Pepsi Arena and Knickerbocker Arena, where the 1992 Royal Rumble was.
Yeah.
And where Edge won the title, and then where the beer truck for Stone Cold was, and then like all these big events have happened in Albany, and it'll be cool to wrestle there. So I was close, but if I ever go back, hopefully I can get a shot to go there. But that would be cool because that's the arena that I grew up. Like, my father took me and my brother and everything to go there and watch wrestling since we were 5 years old. So like I would always walk in and it would be like an upper level, and I would always look through the curtain. And back in the day, it was just a small entranceway, and then the ring, which was red, white, and blue ropes, and it was blue mats. It was very bright, and I always remember that. And I was like, that'd be awesome to be in wrestling there. As for an opponent, I think if I was good enough I would love to be in a match with Bret Hart because that's one of the reasons like I love wrestling, and to do anything with Hulk Hogan in the match. Even if I just was like full fireworking it up, confetti flying, big bootleg drop. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's something.
Right, absolutely.
Someday.
So, what are some promotions you currently work for?
I just debuted about 2 weeks ago for WFA. I think it's the Wrestling Federation of America out of New Hampshire and Massachusetts. So tomorrow I will be at the Nashua Boys and Girls Club in Nashua, New Hampshire. They're pretty good. Like right now they have 40 shows booked for the year, which is awesome. So it's like today and then in 2 weeks they have 2 shows, and then in 2 weeks they have 1 show, and then 2 weeks they have 2 shows. So it's a lot of stuff, and it's a cool place because they're like, hey, babyface firework, here's a ball. And I'm like, finally, the time has come. That's really the only spot that I'm like a big, like on roster ready to go. Like I was doing Truly Independent Wrestling. I'm not going to be at their next show because it coincides with this one. I had the booking first. But that's in Pittsfield or North Adams, Massachusetts. PPW, if they, 2023 happens, I would love to come back, and I have a championship I need to win.
Exactly.
That Grand Slammer. That's really it. I mean, like I do some Grimm's Toy Show. If you guys ever watched that, I just made my return against Tarzan.
Oh my! I know. I've seen it all over my Facebook. Literally, everyone was just recently on there. Not everyone, but you know what I mean. Like Riley Crow, I think she was just on there.
I haven't been down there in like 4 or 5 years, and people, it's like every show that I'm at, like a kid will come up and be like, "Yo, are you ever gonna go back to GTS? I've seen you on GTS. I know you're from there." And I'm like, I was in the top prospect tournament of Ring of Honor. I was at Impact. I've done AEW. No, GTS, man. I was like, okay. But like Grim draw, like he has a lot of viewers, and it's one of the best places I've worked. It's so fun, and it's like I don't know if you watched the episode where me and Tarzan had our little thing that we did. Like it was like 30 degrees outside, but it was raining. It was fun as shit. It was awesome, and like we told a good story, had some fun. And that was one of the matches that it was like, hey, yeah, let's just go have fun, man. Whatever. There's 6 people here that are helping us film it, and they made it feel like it was like a 6,000 crowd, just because everyone was into it, having fun. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. Want to get my numbers up and people viewing me. Plus, it's fun. If you're not having fun, then why are you going?
Exactly. If you're not,
right.
If you don't enjoy what you do, then it's not meant for you.
Right.
That's exactly the point.
That's when you got to stop. So like, there's companies that I'm like, I'm literally going nowhere here. I'm not going to do anything here. I'm just wrestling people to wrestle people because I'm not on the promoter's list of, oh, you might be a champion sometime, or I have a long-term story for you. So it's like, where do I go? Do I waste my time going just to get reps in, or do I go where I'm more valued? You know what I mean? Because if you're not having fun, then you're just going to be miserable there. Then you bring down the locker room, and then everyone says, oh, Foxx is just an ego guy. He's just mad. He's not champion. It's like, nah, man, just trying to have fun, So these guys stay where the positive people are.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
so, do you have any merch for people to buy?
I have this shirt. It's $3,000 if anyone wants it. No, I'm gonna have some T-shirts coming up soon. Every time I try to open or do a pro wrestling tee store, like I paid money, I did this, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we don't have any." Okay, cool. So I'm waiting on to get like my own stuff going. But when I'm actually at shows I can go to, then it's where I have more merch because no one's really gonna be like, "Hey, can you send me that shirt?" Because people have been like, "Yo, I want that XL," and then I order an extra large or triple XL for one person. He didn't buy it, so now I have a blanket of a T-shirt of me. Like I'm like, what am I gonna do with that?
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
But you can go listen to, like, I sell my band's album and stuff at shows. You can listen to them on YouTube, Spotify, Zoo Green 6, ZOOGREEN 6.
Y'all heard it here. And where can people find you on social media?
Everywhere is at Foxx Vinyer.
Easy
So if
peasy.
you're going on Twitter, Foxx Vinyer, Instagram, Foxx Vinyer, wherever else is on social media, Foxx Vinyer, YouTube, Foxx Vinyer, just Google it, IMDb, see what kind of cool movies I've done and TV shows and stuff, and cool. And then you can see where I am. If in case something I get booked quick somewhere, and it's like, where's he going to be at? Oh, there he is. And then you can be like, hey, you're not close to me. I'm not going to go. And I'll be like, thank you for your support anyway.
Yeah.
Just like everyone.
Anyway, so we just want to say thank you so much for coming on. I know you were on my list for a long time. I was like, I really want to get you on. It was just like figuring out dates and actually messaging you. It was a lot, but we finally got you on, and we want to thank you for coming on.
Could have been the first.
Yeah, Sabrina.
Wow.
Oh, change my oil. No.
Yeah, right?
Listen, whoa, wait, Harley. Our first was Rembrandt, though, so
he did defeat me first.
You chose Rembrandt over Foxx.
He did defeat me for a championship, though, so I guess so.
Yeah. But
Still waiting on my rematch, though.
Yeah, PPW. He's waiting.
I don't care if a title's involved. I just want
this goes out to Joe Davis and Ruta. Please make this happen. Because now they run the show.
New ownership. But
that's probably why I haven't been back.
Yeah, exactly. Damn, Ruta. We'll blame
I
Ruta.
think it's Joe Davis. Joe Davis is an ass, man.
Ass man, Billy Gunn, bump.
But on a serious note, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
We will be back next week on Wednesday for Sabrina's birthday week. We have two of her favorite wrestlers. We got Wonder Boy and Luca Mancini. So make sure you're giving Foxx a follow on all social medias. Make sure if you see him at a show to boo him as loud as you can. No, I'm just
What
I'm just kidding. But thank you all for watching and have a great day.
Bye guys.
Good luck with your oil.